Welcome to the Highly Sensitive Podcast. I'm Lauren LaSalle, and I'm a former therapist. I'm a highly sensitive person and a self-care and empowerment coach for highly sensitive people. My goal for this podcast is to create a feeling of community, to be a supportive place for HSPs, and to normalize our experiences as highly sensitive people. Because I'm pretty sure we've all spent way too much time feeling like we're weird or don't fit in. Well, guess what? Here, you fit in perfectly. This podcast will give you tools to better understand yourself, to help you learn how to care for yourself as an HSP, and to start viewing your sensitivity as a strength. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's begin. Welcome back to the Highly Sensitive Podcast. Today's episode is going to be on the shorter side, but I have a story to share with you, and it might seem completely unrelated to the topic of this podcast, but I promise you it is related. It does make sense, so bear with me. Okay, so today I want to tell you about my hair journey. So I have disliked my hair for most of my life, ever since it got puffy or big, as I called it. When I got to the age of doing my own hair, I felt like it was always a battle that I was losing every single time. I was never happy with how it looked. It never did what I wanted it to do. I would just be in front of the mirror trying to do my hair for such a long time, and it never did what I wanted it to do. So I was always wondering, why is it so big and puffy? Why can't it ever look cute? And I did sometimes get compliments on my hair because of the color, and it has lots of body, which people without a lot of body really like, but I could not understand where people were coming from. I hated my hair, and I wished that it was different. And for most of my teenage and adult life, when my hair was longer, I wore it up in a ponytail or a bun because it was so thick and there was just so much of it that I could not stand wearing it down. I could not stand having it in my face, and I am not good at doing hair. I don't know how to do hairdos, especially on myself. So doing braids or anything else like cute and fancy was not going to happen. I think a part of me has known for a while that my hair is naturally wavy and in places sort of curly, and that's just what it wants to do. It does not want to fight with me every day when I'm trying to do my hair. It wants me to let it be itself, but it can't tell me how because it's hair, obviously. And I was treating my hair and approaching my hair all wrong. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen my recent story about getting my hair cut shorter. And it feels so much more manageable now. And when it's wet, I can tell that it so badly wants to be wavy. And I decided that I'm finally going to let it be itself. And there's quite a learning curve because I've been fighting against this for my whole life without even really knowing how my hair just is naturally. And so knowing that it's wavy and being accepting of that fact makes a huge difference in how I treat my hair. And I think the reason that I didn't take any steps toward accepting my hair for what it actually is for so long was because there is so much work involved. Because now I need to figure out which products work for my hair, and I need to figure out styling tips and the steps that you have to do everything in, because curly and wavy hair has a lot more needs, I guess, than I had wanted my hair to have. So it's going to be quite a learning process, and change is uncomfortable, and I'm going to have to get used to a whole new way of doing my hair, styling my hair, and I have to get used to my hair looking completely different, like on my head too, which is sort of weird. So maybe by now you've caught on to why the story is relevant to being highly sensitive, but if you haven't, I'm going to tell you right now. So in my story, if you replace my hair with being highly sensitive, you get essentially the same story. And I have found that so many of us don't know for so long that we're highly sensitive. So we beat ourselves up for what we're not, and for our perceived weaknesses. And sometimes this happens even if we do know that we're highly sensitive. So we unknowingly fight against our sensitivity by trying to do what everybody else is doing, trying to be like everybody else, when that's just not who we are. So like my wavy hair, we have different needs than non-HSPs, than non-wavy curly hair people. And if we are ignoring those different unique needs, then we are not giving ourselves what we actually need, right? Viewing ourselves in a negative way and speaking to ourselves in this way is a losing battle. It is not helpful for us. It's not helpful for anybody around us. It's not going to get us to be the best version of ourselves. Learning that we're highly sensitive, accepting that about ourselves, and being willing to learn tools and strategies to support us in our lives as a highly sensitive person is where the change really happens. And sometimes it doesn't all happen right away. Sometimes there is quite some time in between learning that you're highly sensitive, really accepting that fact, and then taking action. Like I said, change is uncomfortable. Having a deeper understanding of who you are and being able to show your true, authentic you to the world is uncomfortable, especially if you have sort of been hiding that or suppressing that or rejecting it for most of your life. But when we're able to do that, that is where the growth happens. When we can allow ourselves to be who we truly, authentically are and share that with the world, then everyone is better off for it. And if you are at the place in your life where you want to learn more about who you really are as a highly sensitive person, what does that mean specifically for you? What does that mean as far as self-care goes? What does that mean as far as relationships go? If you are ready to improve your view of yourself, to increase your self-compassion and self-acceptance and self-love, if you are ready to look at those negative thoughts that pop up in your brain every now and then that are holding you back from being able to maybe fully take care of yourself, to put your needs first, or to reach your full potential in whatever area that may be, I would love to be able to support you on this journey. This is what I do with my clients. This is what I do with my one-to-one clients. This is what we do in the Sensitive Self-Care Collective. That is all about learning about your unique needs as a highly sensitive person and giving you the tools and strategies and accountability and support to really reach that self-care goal, to fully, truly take care of yourself. And I will put links to find out more information about my coaching programs in the episode description. I do currently have one spot open for a one-to-one client. So if you would like to apply for that, it is a 6-month period that we will do coaching individually together. So go ahead and apply if you are interested. But I would love to support you on your journey to learning more about yourself and being able to support yourself the best you can. I hope you have a great weekend if you are hearing this when it's released. And if not, I still hope you have a great week or rest of your day. Okay, bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Highly Sensitive Podcast. You can help support the podcast by taking a minute to rate and review it, share a favorite episode with a friend, or become a subscriber on Patreon at patreon.com/highlysensitivepodcast. Visit laurenlassalcoaching.com for free resources, information about my coaching programs, and to join my email list. You can connect with me on Instagram at selfcarewithlaurenlassalle or email me at lauren@laurenlassalcoaching.com.